Welcome back to another video. In today's video on Project Daily, we will be upgrading the factory OEM wheels to Enkei TS5 on 18 by 8.5 with a plus 38 offset. We will be upgrading the tires to the Continental SRS Plus in a 245/40 R18, as it is the same rolling radius as the factory tire. As you can maybe tell here, we have a bump in the sidewall of this factory Bridgestone tire that comes on the Mazdas. This particular setup here is very bad. That's one place Mazda skimped. Putting this smaller tire on here would be similar to having a Ford Focus ST running Ford Fiesta ST tires and wheels. This is very undersized. Guys are getting bent rims because of this, and the sidewalls are doing this kind of thing because the tire is not big enough and heavy duty enough for or a high enough load range for this car. That's part of why we're having to upgrade. The other reason is we just want to upgrade. You know, guys who like modifying want to upgrade all the time.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy.
Factory lug nuts will be a 17mm. Stupid wheel locks. You have to have them pressed in pretty hard or they won't turn because of the key. Okay, as you can see, a lot of guys think 245/40s are too big. They're getting the 235/40s, and those are wrong rolling radius. Looky here, same thing just about. I will also put in the description a website to go to check sizes to make sure that they compare. We went with these spline style lugs. Not sure if that's going to focus in the camera, but the spline style have a little spline style adapter because these holes are too small for your regular lug socket. Your regular socket will rub your wheel raw, and then you won't have your color or be shiny or it'll be scratched or something. So the spline drives, they just go in and then just kind of run it down a little bit. For the spline drive set we got, it's a 19. So you're just going to run this down until it's got a little bit of a bite on it. You don't want to go too hard because you need to torque these with a torque wrench to 89 foot-pounds, not muscle them on with this impact wrench that will go past that. Could strip out your threads, break a lug. These are all worst case scenarios. Could make it too hard to get off next time. Just a couple after the fact. And you want to go in a star pattern, so every other one you're going to do, not in a row. What are the slight differences in the Continental? I think they're called like Extreme Contact SRS Plus. They are the same as the Extreme Contact DSW 6 Plus almost. I believe they're the same compound of rubber and the belts and everything are woven the same way. Per Discount Tire and per what I read online, the difference is mostly the tread pattern and the siping of the tires here. Not sure if you can see this or if it comes across. You'll see these little like teeth looking that come here on the sides here and this channel here. Those are different. Of course the pattern is a little different. The sipes here again, they're in here and they're in here. These little teeth that go like this. According to what I've read online in the reviews I watched, that makes them go just a little better in the snow. If you're going to need to drive in the snow, they're a better controlling tire in the snow and in the wet. They do have a little better ride to them and are not quite as noisy, according to the reviews online from the tire review websites. Where they do lack is in dry braking. They don't brake quite as quick. I think it was like a 5-foot difference. Now I don't know what speed they were going when they crammed on the brakes. So it's not a lot of difference. There's a lot of advantages to the SRS Plus if you live in an area that's going to snow. That's why we chose this tire. Plus it's slightly cheaper, but it is discount tire only. So you have to have a discount tire in your area to get this tire. Okay, turn them now. We're checking the wheel here to see if it's going to rub. We know there's no weight on the car. Let me get down here and lay down here on the ground. Okay, so the tire can spin freely. There's a lot of gap here. I know it's going to compress when the car comes down. But it's the same rolling radius. We're just worried about how far back the rim is. But with our new offset, they're out further. Is that all the way? Should be. Okay. Yeah, there's room. I'm putting my hand and wobbling it back and forth. Okay, we can go straight. We'll put the other one on and we'll put it down on the ground and we'll give it a test. Torque spec is 80 to 110, I believe. We're going to go 90. I've always done about 89 or 90 on these cars. And again, you'll do a cross pattern. Because with these electric wrenches, or with these electric torque wrenches with the digital display, I should say, they kind of go over because you got to watch the screen. So going over your 89 or 90 will not be as big of a deal as if you did 110 and then went to 115 accidentally. And when you run around and double check, you can just go around in a circle, not to every other, because you're just checking that what you did is right. If you find one wrong, then maybe. Okay, that one's good. I'll do the other 4 and you'll see what it's like when we get it set down on the ground. Been a few weeks here since the installation of the Enkei TS5s and the Continental tires, and I can really notice a difference. Instantaneously you could notice the ride has improved, but at the same time the handling has improved. It's a dramatic difference. Almost feels like you are driving a different car. Going around the curves, the car doesn't lean as much. And going down roads, even rough roads that you thought was rough before, are now smoother. I do recommend that you change out your tires, your wheels and tires, early on in the process. That's how much of an improvement this is. It's like night and day, especially on the highway. Really, really smooth and nice. Just all around, it's a major improvement. I would like to thank you for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe. Have a great week.